Governor blasts federal government, demands immediate sack of Communication Minister Pantami. Governor of Rivers State, Wike, has attacked the federal government following its refusal to sack the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Pantami, over his alleged links with terrorists. He also called on Pantami to do the honorable thing by resigning from his position. The governor noted that in an ideal society, an allegation that the United States of America has placed a serving minister on its watch list as regards terrorism should jolt any government into action. Wike stated this during an interview with the African Independent Television in Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital, on Tuesday, and relayed by his special assistant on media, Kelvin Ebiri. If it was really where a government is working, if an American government says your minister is on a watch list, it calls for concern for you to say, look there is a problem. The moment a high government official is on a watch list as regards terrorism, no government can fold its hands and allow it, he added. The governor said the minister ought to have resigned from the government immediately the information about his extremist views in support of terror groups became a matter of public discourse. The governor described as worrisome the decision of the federal government to remain mute amidst the raging controversy about the minister's sympathy for global terrorist groups, saying, I don't understand why a reasonable government will allow such a person to be in the cabinet. He noted the All Progressive Congress-led federal government was known for its proclivity to shield persons of questionable characters, even when the country's secret service presents overwhelming evidence against such individuals. But you were here when DSS wrote a report against Ibrahim Magu. What happened? Look, I have never seen a country that your secret service wrote a report about the nominee of Mr. President, questioning his character and the rest, and that he is not appointable. What happened? So, what are you talking about? What removed Magu is a power play. The views expressed in this article are the writer's opinion. Wow, this is reflect views from Governor Wike advising the government to look into Pantami's matter, and he needs to resign immediately or is urgently looked into. Amazingly, the presidency has gone quiet over this issue. I won't be surprised if Shekau made the next Attorney General of the Federation. After all, he acted under youthful exuberance. According to this person, say even if Shekau, emerges as the Attorney General of the Federation by leading the Boko Haram, in future he might say he acted when he was a youth, then he was young, then that was why he was leading the Boko Haram, killing people all about. So his matter as a terrorist won't be delved into. Governments of terrorism don't forget that the president once threatens the peace of this nation when he said he will make the country ungovernable. Don't be surprised that the president is fully involved in the insecurity happening in this country. Ganduje and El-Rufai should come up and tell us how the Fulani bandits were imported into the country. US should also place the president of this country on their watch list. So many people have been reacting towards this Pantami issue. Pantami this, Pantami that, and truly he's supposed to be resigned, or he's supposed to be sacked rather, or he should resign by himself. If the president cannot do that, the United Nations should be able to do that. If it was to be on a developed country, according to Wike, that a sitting president or your appointees have been on the watch list of a more higher government, but you stay there and start watching and doing nothing. Now, somebody now said even if Shekau wants to become the Attorney General, becomes the Attorney General of the Federation, he will still say and blame it on youthful exuberance They would say, when I was young, that was why I was leading Boko Haram. I was a terrorist. But now that I've grown up, I'm mature enough. So the things I did then were under the influence of young age. Somebody say, "Oga Governor, your days are numbered. You have case with EFCC. You have case of murder. Please stop campaigning in order to gain public support and sympathy." Somebody is accusing Nyesom Wike. Well, that's not the issue of today. The allegation is false. The publisher have since withdrawn the news. In an ideal society, no governor will rush to speak without fact. Besides, when does US pronouncement become law in Nigeria? US banned Atiku and his wife Jamila for corruption. So many people have been, talking about or responding to what Nyesom Wike has just said. Somebody said, but if someone that came out to say something against this government, they will immediately arrest the person. Or if someone says something against their religion, they will stone him to death. Meanwhile, this person said he's happy when someone that is not from his religion is killed. Then let people go separately so that you can practice your own religion in your own country. Divide the country, let people be. Yes, so many people have been agitating for secession. Now, hate speech could always cause secession. Like when Buhari came into government that time, it was Oshibajo that started campaigning for hate speech. They should stop hate speech, that anybody with hate speech will be prosecuted, will be this, will be that. Now, they are the ones in that same APC government of Buhari, condoling hate speech. According to Pantami, that says he is always happy when other religions are being killed. For a doctor, or okay, when he said he was young, youth exuberance made him, talk about terrorism or support terrorism or whichever. But when he was young, his age should be like 30 or 32 then. He is no longer a youth, he's a matured man and a cleric for that matter. He was a cleric then, sheikh, according to what they call him, Sheikh Pantami, as at that time. So for a man of God to be saying such a thing, he should know that he knows what he's saying, that they just use Islam to cover their face, but they are full of evil. Somebody say anybody expecting Baba to sack Pantami is a dreamer. This is the reason he was appointed a minister in the first place. MKO once said at certain age, one cannot be urinating on your head and telling you that rain is falling. Chief Obasanjo haven't been there before, told us everything in the agenda of this government, but he was attacked by his kinsmen. We will wake them up, and when the day is long gone. Very, very unfortunate. According to this person, someone cannot be urinating on your head and still be telling you rain is falling. You should know, except you are insane. Even madman would know that rain is not falling. Madman will chase you out or will fight back. So that's just the logic of life. When you listen to some of the comments coming from few Muslims, brother, you begin to question whether they really have brains. Like what I said, Pantami said nonsense. Does he really have brain? I don't think so. Because as at when he said he was young, when that utterance came out from his mouth, he said he was young. He was young at the age of 30 or 32 when you were not 14-year-old or 16-year-old would say, okay, you are still close to your puberty stage or you are out of the puberty stage, that whatever you say is not, you say you are not matured. As far as you are 18 and above, you are a man, you are matured. So anything you say should be watched, and you should watch what you say. So you shouldn't tell us you were youth when you said such, and for the fact that you were still a cleric, a Muslim cleric at that, and a sheikh, before they can make you a sheikh, ordain you a sheikh, or in the Christian religion, before they can ordain you as a youth leader or youth president or whichever, let alone deacon or pastor, reverend. So they would know that you are capable, you can handle your words. Well, this is where I will stop. I would like you to share your comment and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for listening and God bless.